What's up, man? So
What
we're
up,
good.
guys?
You ready to get started?
Let's go.
Cool, man. So let's talk about last night. So obviously that was your debut of a UFC judge, right?
Yes, it was. Yeah, yeah.
So how was that? What was the experience like?
Man, it was exciting. Super fun to be back at the big show. Back in Nevada. Working. I'm working now for the commission, but of course, seeing a lot of those old familiar UFC faces, a lot of the behind the scenes guys that I haven't seen in over a decade. It was nice to see them. So it was great. A little nerve wracking, for a show, but yeah.
Cool, man. And so what are your thoughts on former fighters like yourself getting into judging and obviously you referee as well. So what do you think about that?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, obviously, I think it's the obvious move for guys. I'm really surprised less guys or more guys don't do it. I more guys would. Hopefully, we'll see that now. Hopefully they see me and that gives them, gets them inspired. It does several things. Obviously, if you've been training and fighting your whole life, you can kind of understand, what a significant blow is, what hurts, what doesn't hurt. Really count the damage. But besides that, I think, when you're talking about scoring a fight, it just adds a little bit validity to it. When your average fan or media person goes, well, that's a UFC veteran of 20 plus fights that scored it that way. So maybe there's something that I'm not seeing, So I think that there's that too. So yeah.
For sure. And obviously the big hot topic right now is the Valentina and Grasso fight. What did you think about Mike Bell scoring that last round of 10-8?
Listen, I love Mike Bell. He's actually been a mentor for me here in California. He's a lot of my coaching and training has been from him. He's a phenomenal judge. I didn't get a chance to watch the fight. Obviously, I read some of the stuff that's out there and I saw it. And listen, sometimes you have a miss. You do something long, you drive a car long enough, you're going to get in a wreck. So I don't think in any way he's a bad judge. At all. I think he's one of the best and most consistent judges on the planet. It's just it was a big stage, and a lot of people saw, got a lot of attention.
Gotcha. David, you got anything to add?
Yeah, I guess how many, being obviously now that he's judging UFC, I mean, how many fights, I mean, a couple hundred, close to 1,000, has he probably had to judge or at this point too? Like, because I know people want to criticize him for the one, but how many fights, has he probably done? I guess with your experience, you've probably done a couple hundred by now. So, I mean.
Yeah, he's done, I would imagine, close to 1,000 fights. I don't know the exact number, but, I know he worked for Camo for years and years before he went to CSAC, worked to CSAC for years before he went to the Nevada State Athletic Commission. So the guy is a veteran.
Yep, for sure. I'm going to change topics a little bit here real quick. So around 2018, that's when you were doing the bare knuckle fighting, correct?
Yeah.
How was that when you were refereeing at around the same time, weren't you?
That's correct. Yeah.
How was that with training and reffing at the same time?
Well, I mean, it was a lot. I was also, I at the time my kid was 2 and 3 years old. And I had a full-time job as well, so not a lot of sleep.
For sure.
Yeah.
Did you see the fights any different because you were reffing and then getting back into bare knuckle? Did you have a little bit of a different perception since you were also reffing? Did you see anything different in there while fighting?
Well, bare knuckle is a different sport. It's bare knuckle is pedal to the metal. All gas, no brake. I do view MMA differently after being through the judging courses and truly understanding the curriculum, the judging criteria, and so as a coach, there's a lot of things that I'll remind fighters that I work with, that I probably didn't do nearly as much before I was a judge or a referee. Where are you at on time? Where are you at on the cards? What do you need to do? Does does that score you points, or does that risk you losing,
Yeah, for sure. And also I was going to bring up, so you have your own gym now, right? It's called the
That's
Training
correct.
Center.
Yes.
How's everything there? How's that going?
I mean, we're crushing it. Business is booming. That being said, we've been open almost 2 years, and not gonna lie, it's just like when I started judging and repping. I thought I knew everything about the business, and then when I started judging and repping, I realized I didn't know anything about being a judge or referee, and it's way harder than I thought. A gym is exactly the same way. I've worked in a gym my whole life, but I've been on the mat, and now I'm running the gym. I have several employees. I'm paying rent, paying all the bills, doing the advertising. Where's that money go? The computer system. How do people check in? We need to order more. All that stuff. Definitely not a black belt in business. So that it's been a lot. It's been a lot, but I finally feel like I'm kind of getting a grasp on it.
Cool,
Yeah,
man.
it sounds like you are, at least.
Definitely. And we had Bobby Southworth on here, and he was the one that brought up that you had a gym now, so that was pretty cool. So, and I looked at your Instagram, it looked like it was a pretty cool gym. Do you have any big names coming out of there?
I've got a few. I got a handful of amateurs and a handful of pros that are doing well here on the regional scene. And I mean, we'll see where they go. We'll see how it is. Like always, like I've always seen through my career, I got a lot of kids with a ton of talent. Now it's up to them what they do with it. For
sure. Yeah, most definitely. And and I also want to throw this one at you. So you still in contact with Randy Couture at all?
I haven't talked to him recently, but Randy and I are, we will always be close.
Mm-hmm. Obviously, I mean, you had that bond from the original Ultimate Fighter show, and what about?
I mean, he was my coach at Team Quest for 5 years. I saw him every day. He brought me, Randy and Robert Follows. I mean, they took me from 0 fights to the UFC. So yeah. For
sure, man. That's cool, and that's cool. And also, I want to bring up, it's cool to see. I guess you and Bobby are friends now, right?
I mean, we're cool. He actually messaged me, on Instagram yesterday. So we kind of went back and forth. I wish him well. I'm glad to hear he's doing good. He's training. He said he's going to be down in San Diego and he might stop by the gym. So, I mean, that'd be cool,
Cool, man. I think he has a gym too. David, what was it? It's the AKA gym, I believe.
Yeah, it's AKA, but he was kind of the same boat you were, just learning the business side, because we talked to him probably 4 or 5 months ago, and he was just learning the membership and how to get 40 or 50 people in a certain space and what mats he needs. So he was figuring all that. I guess right after the Chael Sonnen tribute is when he was trying to figure all that and make the switch. So he was kind of in the same. That's why he brought up your gym, because he's like, I'm trying to start a gym myself. So we thought that was pretty cool.
Okay, cool.
Cool, but anything you want to add, Chris?
Did you say Chael Sonnen? You mean Stephan Bonnar tribute?
Yes, yeah, Stephan Bonnar. Sorry, yeah, I did. Sorry.
Bro, you scared me for a second there.
Sorry, yeah, I
was Chris. I was like,
yeah, I don't.
Did I miss something?
Yeah, that is not fault. Chael's always on my mind. I guess that's what he does to people.
He does. He gets in there. He knows how to stay there.
Oh man, yeah, it's a terrible mistake. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I mean, listen, life is good. The main things I like to share. Everybody kind of knows my story. A lot of partying, a lot of bad decisions. I don't want to say turn my life around, but I haven't been arrested since I quit drinking. And hang on 1 second. Let me just. Give me 1 second, guys. I gotta wait for this guy to. I don't want to hang up on you, so.
No, you're good, man.
Somebody was calling in. I didn't want to hang up on you, so I didn't know what button to push. But yeah, one of my big things is sobriety and and faith now, and you know, since I've kind of made that change in my life, you know, the reffing thing, you know, I have a beautiful son that's in the living room driving me nuts right now. I got my own gym, you know, so I mean, I feel like life is just is incredible, you know. So like I always like to say, if anybody is struggling out there with alcohol or substance abuse, you know, please hit me up on Instagram, man. I'll give you all the best information I have. Try to help you out in any way I can, because you know, my heart goes out to those people, because I went through it for a long time, and you know, one day at a time. But I seem to be a little ways down that road now, and I seem to have a grasp on things. And you know, if anybody has any questions, hit me up.
Cool, man.
Muted.
You hear me?
There you go.
Like I said, I appreciate you coming on, and I remember watching you in middle school on the Ultimate Fighter show. So this is really cool.
Yeah.
We get to talk to you right now.
Right on. Well, thank you guys. Appreciate you guys having me.
Yep, no problem, Chris. I appreciate it.
All right, guys. Easy. Bye.